get in. Yes, people, what is going on? Manchester United are out. What a game it was. What a game. Obviously, it started off in the classic Manchester United way. Oh, let's get a penalty and convert it again. Bruno Fernandes again. And all of a sudden you thought, oh God, this game's going to drag. This is going to be the same thing as it always is. Manchester United are going to go forward. They're going to get a few chances. They're probably going to see out the game and it's all going to be fine. And then just like that, the game changed in an absolute heartbeat and Manchester United had no idea what they wanted to do. Obviously, they get the goal back, make it 1-1. Fair result, I think it was, going into the game around about that time. Half-time, 1-1 was around about fair. It was a very even game. It was a very, very even game. Sevilla played some lovely, lovely football, lovely triangles, kept the ball quite well, very good offensively. Defensively, I thought they were a bit... at times. There we are. Keeper did well, to be fair. Found out also he's a free agent at the end of the year as well. Don't know if they're going to extend that and possibly bring him back, obviously, for playing so well. And again, if they go and win it, then it would be pretty much impossible not to bring him back. But there we are. He played well. That's a different matter for another time. I just could not believe the way that Manchester United gave away the second goal so easily. So easily. Simple ball right down the right-hand side and whipped in beautifully, to be fair. And it was obviously a tap-in for Frankie de Jong. Is Frankie de Jong? No, Luke de Jong. Sorry, Luke de Jong. Great tap-in for him. But Lindelof couldn't really do anything, to be fair to him. Harry Maguire was out the equation anyway. He was too far forward. Wan-Bissaka didn't follow his man, and it's a tap-in home. But then what surprised me was Bruno Fernandes and Lindelof just shouting at each other for pretty much no reason whatsoever. I know there was probably some annoyance and whatever, but I just looked at the Man United team that early on looked like, oh God, they're going to go on and win this game. And then in a heartbeat, just the whole thing changed. The dynamic was all wrong. They brought people on. Ollie had to kind of throw some people forward. He brought off all the centre forwards. Rashford, Greenwood come off as well. They brought off all these people and brought on youngsters, but like wingers and central midfielders and whatever. And it was just like, you need goals. You need your forwards on the pitch. And what the problem they've got, Man United, is they've got three forwards, but they're all meant to be central strikers. Rashford, Greenwood, and obviously Martial. They're all meant to be central strikers. You need to be able to throw these people on. They haven't really got any wide threat, really. These kind of players, Rashford, Martial, maybe you play both of them together potentially, I don't know. And maybe you bring on Greenwood when you need a goal. They brought on Ighalo, but it still wasn't enough. It still wasn't the same threat. The goal threat was gone, to be completely honest with you. I just thought they lacked a massive sense of identity, especially in the second half. They gave away the goal too cheaply. Obviously, the first goal was, again, a kind of corridor of death. Actually, quite a good finish, to be fair, from Suso. But corridor of death, and they just allowed them to get in down that flank. Both fullbacks, I don't think, played particularly well today. Brandon Williams is a youngster, got found out. He is the only person they've got available pretty much because Luke Shaw's obviously injured and whatever, out for the season. Don't quite know when he's back. But they didn't quite know where they wanted to go, what they wanted to do in that particular area. And it was just, well, yeah, we're going to go forward. We're going to go forward. We're going to go forward. Reguilon, who is obviously a Chelsea target, did incredibly well getting round Wan-Bissaka for the first goal. Just getting in that space, getting into a hell of a lot of just a hell of a decent position to just put in a decent ball. And he did deliver a decent ball and, of course, got the assist. But there was the fact that he got into it, the ease that he got into it with. It wasn't because he beat him for pace or he did this or he did that. It was just allowed to just kind of, oh yeah, come in here, mate. Yeah, it's fine. And Man United just did not know how to deal with that. Absolutely at all. Fred is a decent defensive-minded player, but you pretty much put all your defensive hopes on the three, Lindelof, Maguire and Fred. Because Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba are both trying to go forward. Pogba's had a decent game. Bruno Fernandes did all right, I suppose. But because they're so attacking-minded and so forward-thinking, Fred is not good enough to do it by himself. A decent player, but not good enough to do it by himself. And he just massively lacked today, I thought. Not his fault, because, again, they tried to set up the team to go and win the game. And simply, they didn't win the game, and it cost them. It wasn't even a case that they were going to get a draw out of it and take it to extra time, and then maybe their squad depth comes in and plays a massive advantage to them. But they just didn't allow themselves to even get into that position. So, I'll be honest with you, I was very, very... I thought it was a very decent game of football, but I was very under-impressed by Man United, especially in the second half. And, of course, now they're out, which makes it hilarious. They're not going to end up in pot one for the Champions League next year. We and them are going to be in the same boat, but they were celebrating as if they had all these big high hopes and absolutely everything, and they were going to go and be one of Europe's elite in a few seasons. They're in the same boat as us, and they try and give us banter. Anyway, I'm going to say this. Please do go and check out Goldbridge's stream. Apparently, it's absolutely amazing. But before you do that, please do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you back here for loads more Chelsea content and whole Champions League, Europa League content on this channel. So take care, stay safe, and unlucky lads.